Hello everyone, the World Championship Challenger is back on the board. Yes, Gukesh is here to play at the Superbet Classic Grand Chess Tour event in Romania. And in the first round, he was up against Deac Bogdan. Let me just show you a couple of pictures here that I have. This is Gukesh before the start of the game. We have the guest to make the first move. This is his opponent, Deac Bogdan-Daniel, who's a very talented youngster from Romania. I think roughly around 20 to 21 years old. This is time pressure time for them. But Gukesh always super calm, super cool. And here's a very nice picture of him as well here. So great pictures there by Grand Chess Tour. Uh, the tournament witnesses some big names in the tournament, like here we have Wesley, Firuja, Nepo, Caruana, Gukesh, Prague, Nodirbek, MVL, Anish and Deac. So it's a very strong tournament, and it's a round robin one, so each player will play against the other one time. Let's go through this game. And also guys, you can see here my favorite logo, Chess Ranga, is here, so you can actually solve this game on Chess Ranga as well. The link is in the description, and that is an interactive way to solve it. Like here I will ask questions, and on YouTube you can pause and find the answer. On Chess Ranga a board will come up, so try it out. Gukesh with the white pieces opens the game with d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, and we have the Nimzo Indian here, e3 and castles. Bishop went to d2. So this move becoming more and more popular. We have seen d5 as the main move in this position, but Deac went c5, and here by far the main move is a3. Then you take knight e4. This is how the games continue. But Gukesh, already showing some new ideas, plays the move d5, and this has been played in very few games. This is already taking his opponent out of theory. In some ways, Deac had 2 hours on the clock. He played this move very quickly, d6. By the way, the time control is 2 hours plus 30 seconds increment. There's no second time control. So just 2 hours flat and 30 seconds increment per move. Bishop d3 was played. ED. Here Deac took some good time, 10 minutes to make this move. CD. Knight d7. The knight came out. Knight e5, attacking the bishop. You don't want to be losing your bishop, so he drops back. Rook b8. He wants to play a b5. If you play a4, he will anyway go b5 with a6, b5. So Gukesh said, do what you want. Then push the bishop away. Bishop a5. And here plays a calm move h3. I think it's a logical move. The main imbalance, if you will see in the position, is black has a queenside majority, white has a central majority. But you cannot really start pushing the pawns because the knights will sort of jump in. So h3 is a very prophylactic move, taking into control the g4 square. It will be useful later. Rook e8 is useful, putting the rook on the semi-open file. Knight comes to g3. Knight c4, attacking d2 and b2. The bishop drops back. You don't want to give up that bishop. And then bishop c3. You give up a very strong bishop of yours, the dark squared bishop, but in return, this knight on c4 is very stable, on c4 square. It's very well placed. And also now the next move, you are attacking this, and it's not so easy to defend it. I really liked how Gukesh played his next move super quick. He played the move rook b1, and he was like, he told Deac that I have 1 hour 31 minutes, you have 1 hour 14 minutes. Come, take the pawn if you like. And I think this is where Deac started to take a lot of time. He took here with 11 minutes. After 11 minutes of thought, Gukesh instantly played rook b3. And this move came again after 20 minutes of thought, which is the best move. But the time was running. e4. Again, excellent move by Gukesh. And now Deac finds this another great move, h5. So I think it's a good moment for you to pause this video. First question, what do you do here as white? White to play. So you really want to play the move f4 and kick the queen away. But then the queen gives a check and the queens get traded. So it's not a great idea. So another idea could be to move the king away so that's to prepare f4. But after h4, you are losing this pawn in the center. So it's not really working out. Like even if you went f4, queen d4, rook d3, yes, the queens are not traded. I can go to a1, but also knight e4 is a very, very powerful move here. Maybe king g1 and cd, and black is better because he has a rook and a piece. So that's the reason why here you have to think what is the move to play, and Gukesh finds it, and it's the very nice subtle move bishop d3, because you don't really, I mean, he can still play h4, which might be the best move, but you are threatening to take and he can't take back because the rook is hanging. And also when you play f4, queen d4 check doesn't trade the queens. So very good move there. Bishop d7 played by Deac, although h4 should have been thought of. This would have led to an interesting position here. hg3, maybe bishop b2, with very, very interesting consequences now. Say for example, you take on e4, I can take on g3 with the threat here, pressure here. So it would have gotten exciting. But Deac went bishop d7 and he was already down to 14 minutes on the clock. Gukesh had 1 hour 22 minutes by now. f4 pushes the queen, check, king h1, and now it's your turn to play as black. What would you do here as black? Because Gukesh has several threats now, and one of the main ones being knight e2 attacking the queen. And the queen does not have many good squares to go to. If it goes to a1, I have, so let's just imagine a move like a6. Then I go knight e2, queen a1, rook b1, queen a2, knight c3, and the queen is trapped. So that's the threat. And Deac finds the best move, knight e4. Kudos if you found this. Brilliant move, by the way. Rook e4 is also fine. You want to just give up an exchange, and your pawn up, you get another pawn. So a piece and 2 pawns for a rook is a good trade-off here. Knight e4, and here Gukesh had to be very careful. He should have taken knight e4 here, and after rook e4, the position remains very complicated. I was analyzing this. Queen h5 is the best move according to the engines. The main point is when you take on e4, queen e4, black is doing very well here. The point being that after queen h5, you have just one pawn and a minor piece, but I'm also ready to trade the queens. And in such a position, the knight on c4, the bishop, and these pawns give black excellent chances. So that's the reason why here knight e4, rook e4, queen h5 should have been played, but Gukesh went wrong with bishop e4. And here, actually, I want you to pause the video and think, what would you do here? It's black to play. Yes, here Deac missed a huge chance. He could have actually close to won the game. So let's try to analyze. It's very important to understand what he missed. First of all, he had only 8 minutes here, which is already scary because there's no second time control. So what he did was he took here, and Gukesh also took, and then the game continued here. But the winning idea was to take. Rook takes. And I want you to pause the video once again here. This didn't happen in the game, but what would you play here as black? Black to play. So if the main threat here is that this bishop is loose, right? But if you play the move h4, which is very likely what you want to do, then bishop f5 is an excellent move, and black manages to wriggle out of the white manages to wriggle out of the mess just in time. Its position is fine. The right move here is the stunning move b5, b4, b5 to b4, b4. Now, why is this move so spectacular? Because firstly, you threaten this bishop a4. And the geometry is so nice that once the bishop comes out here, I'm also threatening h4 to win this bishop in the center on e4. And there is no way that any of the rooks can attack this knight in on c4. There's absolutely no way. So, taking all of this into consideration, Deac is already in winning position here. Like for example, if bishop c2, I just go bishop a4. By the way, b takes a3 also very strong. And if you were to play ab4, which is the most natural move, then I go bishop a4, attacking here and here. Let's say rook d3, bishop d1, rook d1, h4, attacking the knight and winning the. So that's how strong b4 was. It's possible to miss that. Okay, b4. This didn't happen. He took rook e4, queen e4, and now Gukesh played rook e1. I was expecting Deac to just put his queen here, but he went queen h7. And this does create some back rank issues. Like if the bishop, say for example, rook e7 that was played in the game, and if you played bishop f5, then already rook b5 is a very strong move because of the back rank mate. So Deac should have now gone queen f5 and the position is fine for him, but he went rook d8. Gukesh played a4. Typical Gukesh move. Use good move, because if you take here, I want to go rook b7 or even rook takes d7, threatening mate. f5, by the way, also was an interesting move because you want to swing your rook over here, open up your bishop. But a4, king f8, queen e2. Knight b6, and now he took, knight takes, rook e4. And I would like you to pause your video again. I think Deac missed a lot of tactics in this game because he had less time. He had 1 minute here, black to play. The move actually is very, very subtle, and I would say even spectacular. It's bishop takes b5. Because if you take with the queen, your rook is hanging in the center. And if you take with the rook, it's very rare to have all the major pieces forked by a knight. So very nice here if you found it. And there's no way to save everything here. This is hanging, this is hanging. So queen f5, rook a4, rook e8, attacking the queen. Queen went back to d1 and knight to b4. Here, I mean, he should have gone king g8 and the position is still tenable. But he went here, and now you will see this is falling with a check. This is also falling. It's just time pressure. Take here and check. And I really like this move by Gukesh. Okay, rook g3 might be stronger here, but king h2 is like taking away the check. And now I would give check if your rook moves. Knight cannot move. Bishop, I mean, rook g3 is a massive threat now. Rook g3, rook g5. So he played bishop d3, trying to stop the rook from moving. Rook c3, attacking the c5 pawn. And here he should have gone rook c7, trading rooks, and then c5 would have fallen. But he went bishop e3. This gave Deac a small chance. And he put his bishop here. And at this point, it started to become clear that white has dark square control, black has light square control, and exchange of position, white should be clearly better, but not easy to win. He played this mistake, Gukesh, and I want you to think a bit. After knight e3, queen e3, what is the move here for black? Yes, again a tactical shot. Bishop takes g2 would work. This would end in a draw most likely. You don't want to take because of check and you lose the rook. And if you don't, then you lost a key pawn. So King h7 was not a good move. Gukesh instantly went rook a2, and from here Gukesh converted this very well. He brought his queen back. He traded the queens. Then it was complete domination here. King h4, rook e2, king g5, bishop b2. And you can see how he managed to completely tie down his opponent. Next f5 or g4 f5 coming up, and Deac had enough. So that led to Gukesh's victory and also his first win. He gained 3.7 elo points, so up to 2766.7, I think, which is amazing. Also, I would love to show you this final moment picture of them. You can see Deac there under so much pressure. I was also a bit surprised by this image. If you look closely, Deac's time is, he has 33 seconds. Gukesh has 29 seconds. Time pressure, heavy time pressure moment, and Deac is walking around. So it's a little bit of a surprise for me, this picture. And yeah, this is the final moment where he resigned. And Prag is also playing in this tournament. He started off with a solid draw against Nodirbek, a very good result with black pieces. These are the results. Caruana played a dubious opening and still beat Firuza, and Gukesh beat Bogdan-Daniel Deac. And these are the standings. Caruana and Gukesh lead, while Firuza and Daniel Deac are on 0. So I will be continuing our coverage of this event. I hope you enjoyed it. For now, this is Sagar Shah signing off. Bye bye.